Yet again, you have Mahendra Singh Dhoni smug as a bug in a rug because he's done it again. He's pulled KKR back, and we also have somebody here who's smug as a bug in a rug yet again because he has got 3 for 3 now, Mr. Michael Vaughan on the MPL Super Couch. A round of applause from nobody.
It's ever since I mentioned the balls yesterday, I've been surrounded by them.
Yeah, you're just having a ball.
Well played.
Beautiful, aren't they?
So that's another 6. So there's 2 on each. That's another 6 you can take back. So maybe you guys can play out the entire Ashes now.
Problem with these are a bit big.
Yeah,
I think David Warner might feed off these. Bit too big for me. Nice shine.
Also, probably won't be able to.
That's like the seam, Dooley.
That's
exactly like
Is
this
it
is.
similar? Yeah,
That's not,
okay.
there's no.
Not a great seam on that.
Flat.
It's a bit like the Kookaburra. Not much of a seam.
A bit like the Kookaburra.
Yeah, not much of a seam.
But also, it's that big that I don't think Adil Rashid will be able to grip it.
I don't think he'll play.
So then there's no problem.
No, I don't think he's in the
Then there's no problem. I meant he won't get to grip it because he won't be on the field. Okay, well, there were a lot of KKR batsmen on the field. They just kept coming and kept going, and they've ended up at 161 for 8 in 20 overs. They will not be happy with that effort because their last 3 overs have yielded only 12 runs, and that's what they used to get in 2 balls pretty much regularly in the back 3. We'll have a look at the innings progression as well, and then I'll get Michael and Simon to talk about how this innings just fell away or how CSK just managed to pull it back. There you go. There was 77 for 1 in the top 10. You're looking at that and you're going, boy, easy. You're going to add another 120 to that with the kind of batting that's going to come.
Yeah, well, they should have added at least 110, 120. Been around about that 185, 190 mark. But credit to the spinners. They pulled it back nicely. Tahir in particular. I think the catching has to be mentioned as well. Some brilliant catching.
Well, some brilliant catching, mostly from Faf du Plessis, who's picked up 4 catches, collaborated twice with Tahir, twice with Thakur. The ball just
the most
kept
important one, though, from Dhruv Shorey, coming onto the field as a substitute and taking that catch off Andre Russell. Outstanding.
Yeah, so they were obviously getting everything right once the first 10 overs and just showed, like Michael, you say about MS Dhoni, it doesn't matter if you feel like one spell of the game has gotten away from you. His team just gets in there and owns the next spell.
Yeah, I think he just accepts that. It's very hard to dominate all 20 overs when you're out there in the field. There's going to be 2 or 3 overs, 4 overs, 5 overs that the batsman gets hold of you and you start looking around and where's the field going to be set and what bowlers to a bowl, but he just stays calm. He knows he's got good variations, and I think from a KKR, but everyone will point the finger of why did they send in Dre Russ so early, but I think it was before then. You know, I didn't mind Nitish Rana going in number 3, left-hand, right-hand combination, but for me, as soon as it needed to be Shubman Gill next. They sent in Robin Attapat, and he got out first ball trying to play a big shot. That was a stupid decision on his behalf, and I think Shubman Gill, you're looking at him at the end there, he's not a player that's going to come in at 6 or 7 and strike you into the stands. He needs time. He needs to be given the role of playing a bit of the glue in the middle, knocking it around, striking it, and then once he's in, he'll probably hit hard towards the end. But I don't think they quite got the tactics right tonight.
It's a good point, though, the point about the glue, because they had no glue in the middle today. They were coming apart at the seams.
Yeah, they were. So if you're not going to use them correctly, then don't use them at all. I mean, you're just putting a young kid under enormous pressure in a situation, a game when it should be the experienced guys. And that's why I talk, even yesterday when I talked about Jinky Rahane maybe batting at 5 or 6 and getting some of that young power at the top of the order for Rajasthan. I know it worked out for them yesterday because he was more aggressive at the top. But with Robin and those guys coming in, it just to me, and DK as well, to be fair, he hasn't had a great year, Dinesh Karthik. So for he and Robin Uthar to come ahead of Shubman Gill, well, they should send the young man up when there's less pressure on.
Yeah.
And those more experienced characters need to take the pressure
And
at the
you got to
back
remember,
end.
he's in better form than they are.
Exactly, yeah.
He's on the back of a 60-odd. He's feeling confident, yet they've left him right till the back end. It wasn't great thinking on mine.
Yeah, but great thinking again from MS Dhoni. You look at that bowling attack and you're going, all right, hang on, there's no like tear-away fast bowler. There's nobody who's like ruling the world rankings right now. Nobody will instill fear in the opposition, right? There's no 4 overs you take to the bank guaranteed over there. Yet they do the job again and again. And today they did as well. Because, Simon, what do you attribute this to?
Well, yeah, I mean, very unusual to see Jadeja go for 49 for a start. So he was the only one they really took to. They
Lynn
tried
just found
to go,
him. Lynn just liked him in that one over
Yeah.
3 sixes.
And he tried to go after Chahar early, and Deepak Chahar pulled it back nicely. I mean, he was expensive very early on, but to bring it back to none for 36 off his 4, brilliant. And then Shardul Thakur, just outstanding along with Tahir. I thought Santner did a terrific job. We talked about him trying to tuck up Narayan early on. He got him out. So, for the most part, you're always going to have, when you only got 5 bowlers and they've all got to do their job, one is going to go. Generally, one will go the distance.
Yeah.
Today it was Jadeja's turn. But, he worked the bowlers around. I thought they were a bowler short. I thought they were a seam bowler short.
Yeah.
It just seems to have a hat
mean,
full of rabbit, and away you go, little funny rabbit. Carry on.
Thakur bowled 14 dot balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at him, you think, is he quick? He's quick enough. Has he got variations? He's got a few.
Yeah.
But I think he reads the batsman really well.
Yeah.
And then the last ball actually swung back in. There's a little bit of shape there. Just clever. He bowls a bouncer at the right time, slow ball bounce, then takes the batsman wide. When he sees him go leg side, he just throws it out wide. So go on then, try and hit me, but you'll have to be reaching. Just really smart, not making his decision until the last minute. So he's running and I think he's looking at the batsman and going, right, I'm not going to make the decision of what I'm going to bowl until right at the last minute. That's what real quality seam bowlers do in T20 cricket.
And then, of course, there's Imran Tahir. Very happy. He's obviously got his cardio done for the day. He's got his steps done for the day because whenever he gets a wicket, he's a runner. Boy's gone.
Look, he's bowled brilliantly. I mean, 4 overs again, 9 dot balls, 4 for 27. That's what you want. You want your spinners to be taking wickets and causing havoc. And every time you take a wicket, you're just putting more pressure on the new batsman coming out. I interviewed Emmy at Chennai. It must have been their second game or third game. And I said, is this planned? Is it a planned thing? When you get a wicket that you know which direction, do you look out for the yellow hats or the yellow shirts? He said, I just love it. I love it. And as soon as I get that wicket, I just take off, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
He's got no idea why. He's
I don't know
39 years old. If I could still run like that at 49, I'd be taking off every other minute as well.
It was clearly a plan from KKR to strike him.
Yeah.
Because as soon as it was in a zone, pretty much all the batsmen tried to hit him into the stand.
I didn't get what Russell did and why he did it at that time.
Well,
you had over 5 overs to spare. You've got him for 10 runs and 2 balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just gone 4, 6 dot. You're quite happy with 10 off 3.
Yeah.
Knock it around. You don't have to. I know that's the problem with that style of player and that style of striker, that you must see every ball and just believe that you can hit it into the stands.
It's a situation for Russell though, where he, as you said, 4, 6, take 1. He needs to be. If he plays that sort of shot in the 18th over, no issue with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. If he's seen that from the 15th through to the 18th over, and let's say he's 30 off 20. And then he plays that sort of shot and gets out. As a coach, I'm sitting there going, fair dues, no problem at all. But you get us into a situation where we can maybe get 180, 190 rather than just playing recklessly when we're already 5 down.
Yeah.
I think that's, look, it's hard to criticise him because he's had such a good year, but it's another game where we don't feel that KKR have got enough, and we probably feel that, CSK have got probably 75, 80%. To 20, 25% at the moment.
Yeah, because you're looking at that and you're saying, but Dre Russ just plays like that. But there was still 32 balls, 33 balls left to play when he was there. He gets out, puts pressure on the next guy. That means that in the last 3 overs, without Russell being there to set himself up, they get just 12 runs. I mean, that you can't win a match after getting 12 runs in. I mean, they'll need to do some spectacular bowling to win it from this batting effort. And I don't know if they can do it because they haven't done it this season. And, the numbers show you that they've done it.
One thing you just said, I don't know what Vaughan thinks about this, but that's the weakest excuse I hear from a cricketer. It's just the way I play. No. You play to the situation of the game. Don't give me that's just the way I play.
Such a good point, yeah.
Yeah, but you go back a couple of games. Dre Russ against Chennai. He didn't play the way that he's just played there. He realised he had to hang in there. The wickets were falling. He had to just kind of bat till the end. All right, they didn't get a score that they could defend, so he can play the other way.
Yeah.
And today, as soon as you get off to a start like he did, it's almost like he's done the work.
Yeah.
He's done the job. He's kind of put the bowler under pressure. He doesn't need to do anything. Just knock it, and then he knocks it for the next over. If it's in that little pot that he looks to kind of strike it into the grandstands, fine. But don't. He doesn't need to do that. That's the thing I was saying. You don't need to do it all the time.
At that point, they were ahead. KKR was ahead at that point.
You don't need to do it all.
If they do what they've done well in the last, in those first 4 games that they won, if they take 30 to 35 off the last 3, that's 185, 190.
Yeah.
Then you're sitting on this seat.
Yeah.
But you're not.
And Chennai
I'm never sitting on that seat.
No, and Chennai are sort of, they're chasing the game.
Yeah, I think it's only a matter of time before people figure out that whatever my guess is, I'm going to jinx the team. They're never getting there.
So it's not Michael's good guessing. It's Kolkata's poor batting.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
They should have got 190.
Yeah. So you underestimated them and they delivered.
Yeah, but I did think that spin would play a big part because it was a day game. And Imran.
And there was 12 overs of spin.
Given that, he did say that.
He did say. But I was just thinking, you had Mitchell Santner from around the wicket. He should have also got Kedar Jadhav from around the wicket, and suddenly you would have had one ball coming from there and one ball coming from there.
Side screen's not wide enough.
It's not. Okay, well, let's look at the Chennai batting. For the Chennai batting, this does not seem to be an imposing total, right? The run rate here, when you look at that, you're going, okay, hang on, I don't really have a dasher in form, right? But I don't need one today.
No, that's Watson's job. His job is to be more the aggressor than Faf du Plessis, I think, in that lineup, wouldn't you say, Vaughanie? And then an out-of-form Suresh Raina, a back-in-form, perhaps, Ambati Raidu after the other night. And then if they need more than Dhoni and Kedar Jadhav, well, they're going to be in trouble.
It'll go down to the last over.
It will?
Yeah. It always does.
Sorry, it's an MS Dhoni game. Of course it goes down to the last over.
Yeah, there'll be drama. I don't think he'll storm on tonight, but there'll be drama. There'll be action. There'll be things happening. It'll go down to the last over, and you'd think that Chennai will get over the line with a 6.
Oh wow! You know what's going on? You know what's happening? He's got this couch 3 in a row, and now this is not confidence. This is overconfidence. This is bordering on arrogance now. You're going to come crashing down. Don't do that. Be a son of the soil. He's flying. By the way, if that does happen, I promise you, we will start the show, Simon. We will start the show by saying, we're not worthy.
Exactly.
We're not worthy. So what all are the calls? 6 of the last ball.
No. They'll win it with a 6.
They'll win it with a 6.
It'll be in the last over.
It'll be in the last over. Even if... No, it will be the last over. But if they do win it with a 6, we'll still do this. There you go. That's what's going to happen. Look at the Kolkata bowling lineup. Let's have a look at that before we go off into the wind. There it is. You're looking at that and you're saying, you're throwing the ball to Harry Gurney and saying, hey boy, you got to get me 2 in the power play.
Yeah, 2 right-handers, so Prashid Krishna. Take the ball away from Watson, away from Faf du Plessis. Look to maybe nip 1 or 2 out. I'd like to see Kolkata start with at least 1 slip and try and use Prashid Krishna when he's at his best to swing the ball away a little bit and just get a little bit of that pace through the crease.
Just in that little corridor.
Yeah, and if they can nip a Watson and a du Plessis out and put some pressure with some pace on Suresh Raina, then maybe they're a chance. But I think they need 3 in the first.
They're going to Kuldeep's going to have to produce some magic.
Yeah.
Been quiet in this year's IPO. He's had the odd decent spell, but he needs to produce some magic.
But the thing is, the entire middle order is Indian, and they've seen enough of him.
Yeah, well, maybe even Narayan. I mean, Narayan's done very little with the ball.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time for him to put his hand up, put his straight arm up.
Yeah. Cheeky. All right. Okay, well, you know what we are saying, what pretty much everyone is saying, that advantage CSK right now doesn't seem like a very high total for them. There'll have to be really some magic created by the Kolkata Knight Riders bowlers. They can do it. They've got all of Eden Gardens behind them. Well, not all. When you're playing Dhoni, it's not all.
There's some yellow in the crowd, isn't there? I saw Imran did pick a little bit out when he ran to the boundary there.
80%.
80% at best.
Of the crowd.
On a good day when you're playing against Dhoni, you get 80% home support.
Yeah.
Except for Delhi.
Delhi, you get 80% away support.
Yeah, you
Dhoni,
do.
20% home support. But that's Delhi. It's the political capital. You don't know who anybody's allegiance is to.
Okay.
And they change it mid-game. It's Delhi, man. It's like any other political capital in the world. It's no different. All right. Big thank you to Simon Doull and Michael Vaughan. I'm Gaurav Kapur. You were watching MPL Presents Cricbuzz Live. We're going to see you at the end of the 10th over with Cricbuzz Combox. Thanks for watching.